diamond doesn't forgive. One careless touch, one micrometer too deep, and a stone meant to outlive you becomes a cracked regret. Today, we step inside the high-stakes world of a luxury watch factory. We're tracing the creation of a $150,000 masterpiece, where every cut is a calculated risk. One error doesn't just ruin months of work, it launches a flawless stone across the room. You'll see why tolerances here are measured in whispers, and why clean room discipline matters more than artistry. And stay close, because there's one silent step, done under magnification with breath held, that decides whether the watch sings or stumbles. We won't reveal it yet, but by the end, you'll never look at time the same way again. No one enters here on trust, only proof. A security case clears the gate, one sharp beep, and every seal, photo, and document must match perfectly. One scratch on a tag can mean someone touched what they shouldn't. Here, raw material isn't gold or diamonds yet, it's trust under pressure. And the most dangerous moment? The second before that seal is opened. Rough diamonds don't sparkle, they hide. Under the loupe, a tiny dot isn't character, it's a crack waiting to break the stone mid-cut. Sorting here is destiny. Bezel, dial, lugs. Each roll demands a different kind of perfection. There's one microscopic warning sign. Only the experienced eye catches before it's too late. One wrong cut doesn't make a flaw, it makes a loss. The stone is marked, clamped, and sliced, quiet enough to hear breathing. The blade doesn't just remove rock, it removes value. The real fear isn't the cut itself, it's the micro-fracture check where invisible damage finally shows. Brilliance is engineered, not gifted. Center it wrong by a hair, and the diamond will flash uneven forever. Facets are ground step by step, symmetry or nothing. One stray, abrasive grain can leave a thread-thin scratch that ruins the fire. And that final micro-adjustment? Too small to see, big enough to decide the shine. You can polish a diamond to a mirror. You can't hide the truth. Under standard light, fire either erupts or fades. Hairline scratches, haze, tiny chips, they appear when you think you're done. Pass or rework is brutal. And when the trace mark goes on, it's not a number, it's a verdict. setting isn't decoration, it's strategy. Half a millimeter off and the watch may still look fine, until stress, wear, and touch expose it. Jigs lock the case down because vibration is the enemy of alignment. There's one by-eye layout check that feels simple and decides whether it looks like art or effort. Precious metal is soft, so mistakes show fast. Every gram is logged, every cut must land exactly where gaskets seal and threads survive. Lugs can't be almost right, because impact doesn't forgive. Stone seats must be perfect. Too deep kills the look, too shallow risks looseness. One routine measurement here saves or scraps the whole set. Luxury is what you're not allowed to see. Tool marks, swirls, haze. Brushing must follow the light. Mirror polish must shine without rounding edges. Chamfers must cut a clean highlight like a blade. Under inspection lamps, even a 1-second flaw at one angle becomes unacceptable. The dial is the face, the hands are the voice. One dust speck can ruin everything. Patterns must hold rhythm. Indexes must line up like a promise. Loom must dry on schedule. Rush it and it cracks, wait and it bleeds. The scariest defects are tiny, but they never stop bothering the eye.
Were the procedures you saw clean and safe? Comment A, no comment B?
This is where time becomes a living system. Clean room rules exist because one fiber can sabotage a movement. Gears are inspected tooth by tooth, edges polished to reduce friction. Oil is measured, enough, never extra. Both extremes can kill the beat. When the balance starts ticking, you don't just hear sound, you hear truth. Now the movement gets a body. The crown must feel precise. No wobble, no grind. Hands are pressed like thin blades. One wrong force bends them forever. The minute hand must align perfectly at 12, because even a tiny lie becomes visible every day. The 24-hour sweep test catches errors that hide until the last moment. Setting stones is putting light into armor. Seats must be spotless. One metal chip makes a stone sit wrong and leak light strangely. Prongs tighten symmetrically. Hold the stone, don't hurt it. Alignment is checked in reflections again and again because small drift spreads fast. One odd gap at one angle can expose everything.
The case is reclamped to expose the lug surfaces. The setter installs stones in a high-impact area, using slightly different seat.
Sapphire is hard, dust is harder. Crystal, gaskets, press force, everything must be perfectly even. Threads must seat clean or moisture will find a way in quietly. Then pressure testing. The watch is forced to prove itself. The first sign of failure isn't dramatic, it's subtle and unforgiving. Beauty is useless if time lies. Multi-position tests measure stability, not excuses. Hands must never touch, stones must sit level, prongs must not snag. Shock checks confirm nothing loosens. Serial and certificate must match exactly. Identity matters. And that final wipe? It often reveals the mistakes you hoped were gone. Perfection isn't celebrated here, it's sealed. Boxed with its certificate like a passport, locked under security transport, delivered to boutique glass. Under lights, it will shine. Under eyes, it will be judged. Remember this, you're not buying a watch, you're buying a process that doesn't allow mistakes. You don't pay $150,000 for sparkle. You pay for discipline. Hundreds of tiny decisions made with zero room for luck. From the moment a sealed case enters the security gate to the final pressure test, every step is a fight against dust, vibration, misalignment, and human error. One hairline scratch, one uneven prong, one drop of oil too much, everything can collapse. The real lesson isn't about watches, it's about standards. When the work becomes invisible, the result becomes unforgettable. That's how mastery looks, quiet, ruthless, and exact.
Thank you for watching the video, and please subscribe to my channel. And what production process would you like to see next?